Interesting. Bitcoin overtakes silver to become the 8th most valuable asset in the world, but for how long? Maybe not too long. We'll take a look at the Bitcoin to silver ratio. We'll also do, of course, the live gold, silver, platinum analysis as well. We might get a chart request if we have time, and we do all the other usual stuff. If you're watching this on the replay, use the time codes below to go to your favorite part. But if you're watching live, you get to enjoy every single thing we do here at Good Morning Stackers with me, Joe Main. But in the first 1 minute of the show, what we do is the synchronized slurp. That's where you grab a tasty beverage. I grab my tasty beverage, a little bit different today, and we slurp them synchronously together. A little bit more of a highbrow beverage, tasty beverage today. So ready on the count of 3, although give us a sec. I'm going to see whether we are going out live to everyone. Is it cool or am I buffering? I could be buffering. Maybe that's why I'm not seeing as many people in here. Yeah, there's a couple of people watching. Okay, no, it's not too bad. Oh, that's why that's running too. Well, I don't want that to run. Here we go. All the people are popping in. We'll do the synchronized slurp. We may do a second one when there's more people in the house. Ready? Here we go. In 3, 2, 1. Slurp it. There we go. That is beautiful. Great to see so many people in here. Yeah, we could be buffering. We could be buffering. I don't want that. That can go away. Yeah, I don't want that either. We could be buffering people, but that's okay. I thought I'm coming to you from the other location. I'm going to move that out of the way. Coming to you from the other location, which I thought had better internet connection than my one, but apparently not today for some reason. Who knows? Overcast, this, that, and the other. It shouldn't really matter because it's NBN. But you know, who knows what's going on. So we'll wait for a couple more people. Yeah, buffering for you too. Let me just add a comment. Internet issues as usual. Let me know when all good. So it's not so if it's buffering for you and buffering for me. Now, if it's buffering for more than one of you, then it's going to be me, people. I might have to switch to my mobile, actually, quite possibly. Hey, everyone. All right, so let's do a few shout-outs, and then we'll see how we go. Tony Peterson says, GMS, great to see you, Tony Peterson. Chat Mum is in the house. The Don. Hello to the Don, GMS. Morning, Joe. Morning, Jason. Morning, Joe. No fries with that, sir. Buffering, the Don. Yes, buffering for you too. Yeah, I get it. GMS, hi, everyone. G'day. Joe is buff. Look at these guns. Look at the guns. That's as best as I can do. Hit the big red subscribe button to join the GMS family. And, of course, hit the like button. It helps me with the algorithm to help me get trending and all that kind of stuff too. Of course, the show is brought to you by Perth Bullion Exchange, perthbullion.com.au, Wealthstack, wealthstack.com. A couple of things. You can send me an email at gmstackers@gmail.com. Can I help you with your business? Yes, I can. Launch and grow on YouTube and other social media? Yes, I can. It's what I do for a living. As you know, I worked in the precious metals industry, over 3 major bullion dealers. Half of that was pure customer service, and then the other half was pure social media. And then it was not pure, but I was doing sort of back and forth at one of them in particular, but now I'm just all social media guy. That's what I do. So hit me up with an email, send me a subscriber show and tell, send me a picture of your stack or anything like that. I'd love to know more about what you've got going on in your stacking journey. goodmorningstackers.locals.com/support. That's my private membership program where you get extra exclusive content and, of course, excellent extra discounts from Perth Bullion Exchange that are exclusive only to the GMS private membership program. And hey, buy me a coffee, people. Coffee gets expensive. buymeacoffee.com/goodmorningstackers helps support the show. And super chats are on as well. That also helps support the show. I think there's a few more people popping in, so this is good. Am I buffering anymore? I'll quickly check on the old YouTube, and I'll also check. Oh, I've got to show you. People. Again, use the time codes below to go to the part that you want to see. Yeah, I'm kind of a bit buffering for some people and a bit not for other people. There's something else I need you to see, and I'll share the screen here. Yeah, this is getting really annoying. So what I'm going to do, Give me 1 sec. I'm just going to check my... 1 second, people. I'm just going to check my... How much data do I have? Because I may just have to do it this way. Because it's getting really frustrating. Starlink is coming, my funky people. I think I passed it with the partner today, with the missus. So I think it's probably almost over the line. I got 28 gig. I can lose 5 gig, can I? How many days have I got? I've got a bunch of days too. Actually, I don't have that many. 17 days left. We're nearly there, people. Thanks for sticking around. Of course, use the time codes below to go to your favorite. Seems to be all good now. Let me know if it's buffering once again, because I need your help to let me know. And Starlink it's going to come. I think it's pretty much a guarantee at the moment. And the last thing I really want to show you right now, and I think this is what's doing it, partly doing it. I'll share the screen. I'm also live on X right now. What I've been doing is I've had a personal channel since 2009, and actually I called it Joe in General. Okay, that's what I called it for. Well, it wasn't always that, but then for about 2017 onwards, it was about Joe in General, roughly. And there's a bunch of spicy stuff on there, but I've decided to move, make it more personal. Okay, so this is where you'll see more stuff. This is where I will go live for Good Morning Stackers. I talk a lot about precious metals. I talk about crypto as well, and a little bit political on there too. So that's the place to be. Okay, the other place to be, of course, here on YouTube as well. But if you want to interact with me more, sort of 24/7ish, because I'm on there quite a lot, head over to. At the moment, it's x.com/Joe in General, or one word. I will be changing it to something like It's Joe Main, but Joe in General. You can find that. Yeah, good. Let me get rid of that. And let's talk about the thing of the day. Any more final shout-outs? Niels Hahn Dynasty is in the house. Where's your old mate, Gerald? Jason Razana, sorry. Jason Razana, yes, so good, excellent. Hotspot your phone, yeah, I was thinking about solar flares and messing with live streams. I love how Tony always takes the nth degree conspiracy theory way. Buffering is okay at the moment. Just tell me, that's fine, and I may switch over. All right, let's talk about it, people. Bitcoin has currently overtaken silver to apparently be the 8th most valuable asset in the world. We're going to share a quick article, and we'll take a look. Cool, good. And then we'll talk about it. Cool. If you just click the time code, that's my Twitter account. Currently x.com/Joe in General, one word. Follow me over there. Let's take a look, people. Bitcoin overtakes silver with 1.77 trillion market cap to become 8th most valuable asset in the world. But for how long? Okay, it won't be that long. Okay, silver will come back. But let's read it. Out of interest, in a remarkable. Okay. In a remarkable turn of events, the market valuation of Bitcoin has officially surpassed that of silver in the global ranking of the most valuable assets. So first off, the most valuable, they're just talking about dollar value. We're not talking about the subjective value of most valuable. What's valuable to you is not valuable to someone else, blah, blah, blah. Get it? Got it? Good. So just the pure numbers. Today, Bitcoin reached a new all-time high of $89,956 at press time, as in the time of the uploading of this article. Bitcoin is exhibiting strong momentum to break the 90K range for the first time. Maybe. As a result, Bitcoin now boasts an impressive market cap of $1.77 trillion that will be. Its fully diluted market cap is even more substantial, standing at 1.88 trillion. Don't worry about FDB. This milestone comes as Bitcoin continues its upward trend, which gained significant momentum last week following Donald Trump's election as the President of the United States. That was just kind of the excuse. That was the fake because. Isn't it interesting how everything lines up? It's almost like, the founder of Bitcoin did this in the way, whoever did it in a way mathematically and all that, and then started it at this date and then sort of did it every 4 years and projected who knows, right? But it's interesting how it has this, the last couple of cycles after the presidential election, it's gone boop, and that's really regardless of who's been in power. So I don't think it's got to do really with Trump, although having said that, he's pro-crypto, his cabinet is pro-crypto, particularly JD Vance, the VP. They're pretty much on track to fire Gary Gensler from the SEC. So that's very good news for crypto, for example. So I can see the correlation, but mainly was it that, or was it just the normal Bitcoin cycle? Trump's victory had a pivotal impact on the crypto market, driven by several promises he's made, to support and expand the industry under his administration. Yes, a strategic Bitcoin reserve. Since then, Bitcoin has been setting new all-time highs almost every day. Here's the thing with the Trump thing. I think the cycle would have continued, but I don't think it would have continued at the current rate it's going. We'll take a look at the Bitcoin price in a second. It's not normal to see it go this high, this quick within, just a week after the election, pretty much. Let's see, as a result, Bitcoin surpassed silver and become the 8th most prominent asset in the world. Just 2 weeks ago, Bitcoin was in 10th place behind Meta, Facebook, market cap, blah, blah, blah. However, Bitcoin has added $300 billion to its valuation, enabling it to overtake silver and Meta / Facebook, Instagram. Bitcoin eyes Saudi, Aramco, Amazon, and Google. Google, now Bitcoin is positioned just behind Saudi Aramco, which has a market cap of 1.8. Sure, interestingly, Bitcoin could overtake that if it breaks the 91,000 price range. It seems like the price is heading to at least 100,000. It's a pretty psychological value, which is within reach as Bitcoin is currently trading at blah, blah, blah. Should Bitcoin surpass Saudi Aramco, its next targets would be Amazon at 2.174 trillion and Google at, they're pretty close to each other, 2.2 trillion. If Bitcoin continues its momentum, $113,000 per coin, it could surpass both companies. Interesting. Can Bitcoin surpass gold? Ooh, I should have entitled this. Am I still going? Yep, good, great, fantastic, still going, no buffering. Can Bitcoin surpass gold? With Bitcoin now surpassing silver, prominent market commentators are suggesting Bitcoin's next major target is gold. Gold currently holds a market cap of, 17.5 trillion, nearly 10 times. Yeah, okay, so then you're talking $900,000. Not at the current, no. They'd have to reach $1 million per coin. I can see it reaching $1 million per coin. Absolutely. Bitcoin can be $1 million per coin. The problem is, what is the price of everything else at the time? Is a loaf of bread? Is it just the math? Is it, is it towards the end of the next cycle or the following cycle after that? So is it in the next 4 years from here or 5 years from here or the next 10 years from here? It could absolutely hit $1 million US dollars per Bitcoin because of just the way that the algorithm works. Although there is diminishing returns with Bitcoin as well, but it could. But what's the price of everything else at the time? And what's gold doing at the time? That's the big thing. So we're talking about where the gold price is right now, where Bitcoin is right now. I don't see that surpassing the gold market cap. I don't see that. But hey, stranger things have happened. But $1 million per Bitcoin, yes. But what's the market cap of gold at that time? What's the price of gold at that time? Okay, could be a lot higher. And I think gold will be a lot higher in 4 or 5 years time. By the end of this decade, we're talking your multiple. We're only in thousands. We're talking your 8 to 10,000 kind of range. While industry experts are unanimous in stating that it could take several years. Should read ahead. For Bitcoin to reach this lofty goal, some, like former Twitter CEO Jack Dorsey, have suggested it could even happen before the end of this decade. Surpassing gold? Nope. And a disclaimer. Okay, so there you go. Bitcoin currently above silver as the 8th most valuable asset in the world. Here's the question, though. For how long? So let's take a quick look at the Bitcoin to silver ratio. We'll quickly do the Bitcoin to gold ratio, and we'll read your comments as well. And all comments are welcomed. All pro comments are all negative comments, all welcomed here, so long as we're nice to each other. Let's see. Let's share the screen. This is the Bitcoin to silver ratio. Let's go back. All right, Bitcoin to silver ratio. I did show this once before. And so I do have a few technicals drawn in, okay? This is where it really took off. And this is going to be right here. That's on November the 4th. It was starting. If we go to the daily, if it lets me, you can see very clearly November the 6th, November. So it actually broken. This is interesting. Now, this was a kind of like probably like a foreshadowing, something like that. People look at the poly markets for Trump versus Kamala. You know, they were betting on it. So it actually broke out through this level on the Bitcoin to silver ratio. Actually before, well, that's November. Actually, no, that's actually right about there. Is that on the 6th? Yeah, no, that's about right, actually. So then there's your big move, okay? So since Trump got in, since it's kind of like, you know, everyone did a sigh of relief, we have, where is it? Where is it? Let's call it here. Close enough? Yeah, let's call it there. That is a 35% move in the Bitcoin to silver ratio. As this is going up, Bitcoin is outperforming silver. If we take a look at on the gold ratio, if it lets me do it, Bitcoin to gold ratio there's your November 7th. Let's call it around about there. That is same move. Okay, 36% move. Gold slightly higher. Cool. So that's the Bitcoin to silver ratio. That's the gold. This is the silver. Excuse me, pardon. Coming up to a key area. That's a previous area of resistance. Do we have another area of resistance? No. So on the Bitcoin to silver ratio, the highest it's ever been is right here back in March, okay? That's at 2,966 ounces of silver that you could get for 1 Bitcoin. Excuse me. Could this be continuing to rise? Potentially. You've had a decent move, okay? That's 35%. Out of interest, imagine swapping, and I'm not, we'll talk about what I've been doing recently, and I didn't get in down here, but imagine, you have seen this break and you decided, I'm going to sell all of my silver, or you should never do that, or a portion of my silver and ride this and increase my stack. Well, if you sold right now and swapped it for precious metals again, silver in particular, that's the 35% move, isn't it? Yes, it is. What am I doing? Why is that being there? Okay, get away. Go away. Right here. If you saw it break, if you didn't wait for the election and you waited for the break, that's, a 30% move. You would have increased your stack by 30%. That's not bad. Question is, do you want to play that game? Could you be bothered doing all the selling and all that kind of stuff? If you had something like unallocated, that's quick, that's more liquid. You wouldn't have to sell all your physical, go on the forums, take it down to a bullion dealer. If you had unallocated at a bullion dealer or at wealthstack.com, that would be in gold because I only do gold. At the moment, that's more of a touch of a few buttons, maybe an email, and it's more liquid that way. But doing the physical, we all know the advantages of the physical though, of course. And I was talking about it here. So I started talking about it last week or the week before? Last week, maybe. It would have been last week when the ratio was here at about 2,600 ounces of silver per 1 Bitcoin. And since then, you would have increased your stack by about 13%. It's got room to move. It looks like we are on the weekly time frame where it looks like we might be heading into extremely overvalued, but we're not in there yet. Plus, this trend line right here would be the no higher, I think, than here. I would be very surprised if it broke this trend line. You would find resistance here, at least. Now, don't forget, this could be a combination of two things. This could be Bitcoin going up, but not going absolutely through the roof. It could also be silver having a bit more of a dip. Okay, we'll take a look at the silver price in the second half of the show. But anywhere up to, say, here-ish. So I've been talking about a couple of days ago, I think it was, or even last week, there's a potential to double your stack. Now, that's what I'm currently playing, okay? Am I playing with fire? Yes. Am I using all of my stack? God, no. No, I've still got my core stack. You would have seen me on the forums recently, just offloading a few things. and just putting it into crypto. Now, I'm actually not putting it into Bitcoin. There's other things I'm doing as well. Dogecoin, for example, which someone's been speaking about, that's had a good run. I've done all right on that. So far, there's been a few other things, hit and miss, but all up, I'm probably up. My best back of the napkin guess is maybe 20, 25%. If I sold now, I've probably increased my stack by 25%. Guessing. Something like that. And why am I doing this? So as you know, I'm doing this to increase my stack to then be nice and ready and settled for the capital rotation event, which is coming from the stock market into precious metals. We will be going through a precious metals bull era, not a bull market, but a bull era, as other people say, like the lovely guys at North Star Bad Charts, which I subscribe to, and other people, Mike Maloney and all that stuff, talking about the capital rotation. I do happen to agree. It is coming over the next 5, towards maybe the end of the decade, that rotation from precious metals into the stock market, and that's just going to do this thing right here. Okay, it's a very good time to be in precious metals alone. So should you be selling all of your silver and going into crypto? No, don't do that. Don't follow me. Don't do anything I do. If you want to play it, it's a risk. I'm willing to take that risk, but I'm watching, this is the thing, I'm watching the ratios very, very clearly, very closely. And if, for example, this starts breaking down, so for example, on the daily time frame, are we a little bit overextended? Let's have a quick look. On the daily, we are a little bit overextended on the relative strength index on the daily. It can go for a while, but say, for example, if we start closing back below, I would say 2,500, that would be my level, where if we start closing below 2,500, I'd have to go, okay, well, maybe this was a failed attempt. Okay, maybe I didn't increase my stack. At least I haven't lost any of my stack. So I'll be watching for that as a support level if we come back down. We could be shooting back up though. If Bitcoin goes through a price rise and silver has a bit more of a dip. Cool. So Bitcoin currently overtaken silver as a world's most valuable asset, but it won't be forever. Bitcoin goes through cycles. Silver and gold are going to be, and they are at the moment, going through a capital rotation. They're just not at their major final hurdles yet. If you're new to the channel, hit the big red subscribe button. I'll quickly show you those final hurdles. I know for some people this is a broken record, but you know what? You've just got to hammer it home. I nearly made a bad joke then. Let's see. What was I doing? Gold to SPX. Let's do silver to SPX and then do gold to SPX. Here is silver to the SPX, the S&P 500. Cool. Has had a bit of a dip. So we're getting at the bottom end here. Okay. Yes, the stock market is it's going up. So this is the silver versus the stock market. Okay, silver in USD versus the S&P 500 stock market, right, in USD. It is taking a bit of a hammering in the last couple of weeks, okay, since the election, all right? But it has been in this trading range for a long time. Many of us believe it is only a matter of time before look at this consolidation period. This is not heading down all the way down there. Don't see it happening because the stock market is quite overvalued at the moment. Everyone can see it. And what happens over time? Precious metals have a period of outperforming the stock market. Stock market has a period of outperforming precious metals. We're rounding right here and it will eventually do that. So I'm setting myself up to take advantage of that. But if I can increase my stack right now doing crypto, it's going for its little phase up, I will do that. And I'm trying it. Not all my stack once again. So that is, Bitcoin overtaking silver. For how long? Maybe not that long. Best guess sometime in, it's terrible, right? Yeah, best guess sometime in 2025. It's not going to 2026. It'll be sometime in 2025. And I know it's a long range, but it could be if Bitcoin has a real parabolic move, if crypto just goes crazy for the next 2 months, for example, that's not good. We don't want to see that, okay? That suggests it's a big blow off top and then there's a big move down. So it might be only 2 months. That's why I'm watching the ratio very, very closely. Okay, if it gets really overextended and it's only January, for example, I'm not going to say, well, the crypto market usually goes until, October, December. No, it could be way earlier than that because history it doesn't repeat. It does rhyme, but it doesn't repeat. So I'm watching it very, very clearly. Let's get some comments on all of this. Gerald Draper is in the house. Osmium. So Osmium twins are in. Gerald and Neil are both here. Gerald Draper says silver to Bitcoin ratio will close the gap for a short period during this re-evaluation. Okay. Maybe I needed to go backwards. Let's go backwards. Let's see. Just on this thing here. Pete Repeat says, yep, me too. Sat on my hands, already have a couple of 1 kilo for show and tell. Send me an email for the show and tell, please. Gerald Draper says, some took profits and swapped for physical silver on this dip. Fantastic, including Uncle Sal. Oh, good stuff. So they've already made that play. They've swapped for some physical. They've already gone out of some crypto into physical already. Fantastic. I might be completely wrong. I might just miss the opportunity. But, I'm watching the levels and at least I haven't decreased my stack. That's okay. I'm happy to do that play. Let's see. Rod Panhard, Doge has had a massive rise. Should have foreseen this with Elon winning. Yes, that was, to me, that was very obvious. To many people in the crypto market, it was obvious as hell. If Trump won, Doge was going like that. That's why I bought Doge before it went like that. And then, I bought it before. I did buy it before. I had some beforehand. Yes. Hello, other Osmium twin. Love it. Now, when is the rug pull coming? They have still to play the cyber attack card. Some kind of event usually is the fake generally the fake because for the crypto market to have its downward move again, over like a year or 2 years, something like that. Year and a half, roughly. And it always coincides with, it happens to coincide with the general market cycle. So is it, chicken or the egg? Is it like an FTX style thing or a cyber attack or whatever? But it just happens to come around the time that the normal cycle would be finishing anyway. So, is it one leading the other? I don't know. Or is it just the simulation? Seems some meme coins are seeing good gains. Yes, they are. In terms of if Bitcoin's at $1 million, yes, bread could be $7,000 per loaf of bread. Exactly. If we're in a hyperinflationary scenario, that's why I and many others always say, do not measure your wealth in dollars. Measure it in the ratio to other goods and services. Can 1 ounce of gold buy you the same amount of stuff that it could buy you 10 years ago? Brilliant. You're maintaining your purchasing power. I still have reservations. Donnie will make it. I still have reservations. Donnie will make it to January to be crowned. Yeah. And that's why I'm watching this Bitcoin to silver ratio very hard, because if something happens between now and then, this is interesting. So what could happen, and I may have mentioned this before, what the scenario, infinite scenarios, okay? But one of the main scenarios that could occur is, Trump won, honeymoon period. Up till around about now-ish, okay? It could be now a little bit higher, it could be now. Crypto has a bit of a sell-off. And that's because, obviously, people taking profits from that big move from when he won, but then it's will he actually be crowned? Will he actually get through the inauguration? I guarantee you, January 20th, no, I don't guarantee. Sorry, I don't guarantee. I have a good feeling that if he's crowned as such, if he's inaugurated on January 20th and he is the new president, that's the next signal that makes crypto go boop like that. And that's the sigh of relief. So the first sigh of relief is, Trump got elected. The absolute massive relaxation in the hammock with the palm trees around you in your mind is, he actually made it through and got there, right? They didn't try to lawfare him. They didn't cheat in some way. They didn't try and do fake electors. right? Or alternate electors or anything like that. So yeah, if he does get inaugurated, then watch that. In my humble, non-financial advice opinion. Ron Panhard, central banks currently allowed to hold 1% of their assets in Bitcoin. That'll change to more than 1%. True that antagonists will not lie down. Absolutely. That's when it went parabolic. GMS, I'm listening 9 minutes behind and have sped Joe up to catch up to the live stream. Great. Let's see. We shall see. Since Powell has given the impression, impressions mean nothing. Since Powell has given the impression that if asked to step down, that he will be in like an Alabama tick, not going anywhere. An Alabama tick. Trump just loves peeing contests. Good move to abolish the Fed. That would be a good reason to abolish the Fed. That would. It's like, Powell, you're not going to imagine that. Powell, I don't know what Powell has said about Trump's presidency, so I don't know. Is Powell quite lefty? I don't know. But if any time Powell made any comments whatsoever on Twitter or publicly that said, "Oh, in 2020 Trump wouldn't give up power," right? All that. Well, hey, he seems like he's trying to do the same thing. Come on, smash the like button, please. Yes, please like and subscribe. 807 subscribers. Fantastic. Absolutely amazing to see. A whole bunch of people watching. Who am I? I'm Joe Main. I worked in the precious metals industry in Australia over 3 major bullion dealers. Goldstackers, Bullion Now, Ainslie Bullion, Goldstackers. I was pure customer service. And I did do a few auctions on their YouTube channel. Bullion Now, I came in as their first employee. Served customers, but also launched and grew their YouTube channel from 0 to 20,000 subscribers by the time I left. All those epic unboxings and everything that you know and love from Bullion Now's content, I started, cultivated with the whole team. And of course, you had to have Michael to be the Michael that he is. You had to have everyone else to be, but me behind the camera doing all that stuff. I did it all, okay? Me. And then Ainslie, I was serving customers, but then I moved to social media mainly for Bullion Now. Then I moved to Ainslie, didn't serve a single customer, purely social media. Okay. And if you want help with that, as I said before, hit me up with an email, gmstackers@gmail.com. I can help your business do the same thing, whatever kind of business it is. Yeah, we're going to talk about gold, silver, and platinum analysis, etc. But we are going to do the quick shout outs, okay, to my brand partners, Perth Bullion Exchange, perthbullion.com.au, Australia's only dealer to offer free shipping when you buy over a certain amount. If you go to the top right-hand corner of perthbullion.com.au, type in special, and then their special will come up of the week. It's not a 24-hour special like some other bullion dealers do. It's of which I worked for. It's a weekly special, okay? You get it for the whole week. And so there's always a special going from Monday to Monday. There's always a special on Perth Bullion Exchange, perthbullion.com.au. It happens to be this time the Legendary Warriors Julius Caesar 1 ounce silver round, $1 off. But don't forget, $1 off has also been taken off the discounts as well. If you buy 20 of these, you get them for that price. Cool. And you get free shipping. However, here's where it pays to be a part of my Good Morning Stackers private membership program, because not only do Perth Bullion Exchange have a special for $1 off, but then when you're a member of my private membership, if you're not getting it for the $1 off, you're actually getting it for this price. So that's $1.50 off, all right? You instantly go down to the next tier down. If you buy 20 of these, and you're getting it for the special price of $52.55 because it's the weekly special, you don't pay $52.55, you pay $52.05. So that's a $2 off move to their normal price, right? Weekly special $1 off to get an extra $1 off if you're buying 20 or more for being a member of my private membership program. Crazy, yeah? So that's the plug for Perth Bullion Exchange and the plug for me, Wealthstack, wealthstack.com. Send this to your normie friends or even get into it yourself. Unallocated gold program backed 100% by real physical metal with one of the world's largest gold wholesalers and storage facilities, LBMA registered, all that good stuff that you would want. This is an Australian-based and Australian-regulated company, okay? They're doing gold for now. In a few months' time, they're going to add silver and platinum, etc. But buy gold for spot plus 1%. Send this to your normie friends. Download the app Wealthstack. Wealthstack right here, about. And then you find the thing, send it to them, tell your normie friends, hey, you don't want to buy the physical? Okay, that's fine. I've tried to convince you throughout multiple Christmas dinners and all that kind of stuff. So hey guys, why don't you just download the app, okay? Just do that instead. So tell them to go to the App Store or the Play Store, and it looks like this when it gets there. Anyway, there it is, ready, right there. Wealthstack, one word, and that's the app right there. That's what it looks like. Download it, tell your friends about it. You should be downloading. I know a bunch of you have already been on the Wealthstack app and you've already purchased gold on there. So, hey, great move for you and for everyone else. Yeah. Okay, people. Let's do live gold and silver platinum analysis quickly, and then if we have time for a chart request, we'll do that. Once again, you're watching Good Morning Stackers. Let's do an interim, a middle eight, synchronized slurp. Ready? 3, 2, 1. I didn't slurp that. I'll just have to drink more coffee. Good. We'll do a final synchronized slurp as well. Let's go, people. Let's share the screen. That was Wealthstack. That was the silver gold ratio. Let's do the silver to SPX ratio. Let's go down to my gold. Okay, now this is what I posted on the Gold and Silver Stackers Australia forum. Okay, a lot of people commenting. Fantastic. Join the Gold and Silver Stackers Australia forum if you're an Australian stacker. This is what I posted today, and I absolutely do believe it to be the case. I'll go back here. I'll read it from here. GMS, this is a true gift. Now seems like the perfect time to be dollar cost averaging, particularly for the new stackers out there. Of course, because if you're a new stacker, maybe you're getting in around about these prices. The next 3 to 6 months, give or take, okay, will be your last time to secure generational wealth at these prices. In my opinion, not financial advice. Don't wait for the perfect dip, as we may not get it. Buy on the regular. Keep plugging away. In the meantime, don't worry about that. We already talked about that. So this is a gift, people. You are getting a gift. This is gold on the monthly time frame priced in USD, under $2,600 US, under the mother of all trend lines. Maybe I'll pop it to, no, I'll keep it on the monthly, okay? Monthly time frame, every single candle is a month. We are ticking down on the relative strength index. As I've been saying, once we hit the mother of all trend lines, I said it's peaky from here. Anywhere between here and $3,000 would be the peak. Big range, but really not that much. $350 move. That's not huge, okay, in the grand scheme of things. Really, that was, and I think I said it was about a 10 to 12% move, didn't I? Yep, right there. 12% move. That's not a huge 13% move. Okay. It was looking peaky from here. Could have peaked another 13%, probably max, but now I'm 90% sure the short-term peak is in for gold. Okay, we are heading down further. Could I be wrong? Yes, there's the 10% chance that we, like that, at least heading down to, at least, in my non-financial advice opinion, 2,450 to 2,490. So 2,490, I should have swapped those over, but so 2,500 to 2,450, roughly $40, $50 range. Could bounce there. More likely than not, I think that the best buy zone of 2,250, anywhere down to 2,150, will more likely be hit. Could I be wrong? Could it bounce here? Absolutely. But don't wait for the perfect dip. Do not wait for there. Perfect time to dollar cost average on your way down, because it might bounce here and then onwards and upwards we go. Would you be kicking yourself if you're like, oh, I've got a spare 10 grand. Good on you if you have a spare 10 grand in this economy, but I've got a spare 10 grand or more, or $5 or $200, whatever. It's like, I'm going to wait till it hits Joe's thing there of 2,250. Do not do that, okay? Buy on the regular. If it goes down more, buy on the regular. Every paycheck, once a month, whatever. Cool. Average your cost down is the best way to go. However, I do think there's I was calling it a 50-50. I'm going to probably say a 70-30 chance now at this stage that I think I'm more 70% sure. I know it's a bit fence city, I apologize, but I'm 70% sure that we see the best buy zone hit, at least 2,250. This is a very key trend line here. We broke out of here, right? 2,080, right there, a long-term resistance line. We broke out. We're going to come back and test around this area, okay? And it coincides very well with here, okay? So that's one. So this is two, second month. So this is December, January, February, March. Wouldn't be surprising. February, March, maybe April, okay? But 3 to 6 months from now, from the peak, I should say, 3 to 6 months from the peak, which is this month really, I think we'll come down to here. Now, I hope I'm wrong. I hope we bounce here, and that's great for everyone. You're dollar cost averaging anyway, so great. But I think it's coming down to here. And I did have someone post a comment on yesterday's video saying there's no way it's going to $2,250. If it does, they're going to fly over from the States and they're going to buy me a coffee for every day of the following year. Fantastic. I posted saying, I'll hold you to that. That was Karim, I think it was. Karim on the YouTube comments. I'm going to hold you to that because I'm really pretty certain. I'm not going to bet in the opposite direction. I'm not flying to the US to do it. But I'm really pretty certain about, 70% sure of 2,250. This is a gift, people. What would negate all this? Let's go to the daily. Negating all of it would be, really bottoming out. Look at the relative strength index. Okay, we are heading quite down towards extremely undervalued. This would give the setup, this would give the setup that this might be an area of support, and I think it will be that $2,450 to $2,500 level. You might come into here and find support that might line up with getting into extremely undervalued on the daily time frame. Cool. Bear in mind, though, that you've got the weekly relative strength index, which has only just started kicking down, okay? It's been an extremely overvalued for a decent period of time. That going down more further into there, that's more the setup of, that's more like your setup of down here-ish. Now, you could bounce at that 2280 right there. You could bounce there, okay? So I may not be getting free coffee for a year, but that's more like heading down into this bottom end here on the relative strength index. And on the monthly time frame, I guess the saving grace for the monthly time frame, we haven't gone back into the normal range yet, but that's got a lot of room to move down. Yeah, that's why I think 2,250, 70% chance. At this stage, happy to be wrong. I'm very, very happy for this to tick over, click, head back over the mother of all trend lines and then find support there and back up. Brilliant. That would be great for everyone, wouldn't it? Because again, you are dollar cost averaging. So that is gold. Let's take a look at silver. Silver on the daily time frame when it gets its bum into gear. $30.66. That's exactly where we were yesterday. If you watched yesterday's video, when I clicked the silver button, clicked the silver chart, it was $30.66. So that's where we are again. We had a little dip down to previous support right there at $30. So we're remaining over 30, okay? Still remaining over the line in the sand of 29.80. We haven't broken down below it. Trending down on the relative strength index on the daily, on the 4 hour. Very slow for me today. Starlink is coming. Okay, we're back into inverted head and shoulders maybe, okay? So you could see some more up movement today. Yoink, 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 okay? Inverted head and shoulders, okay? You could see a move all the way back up to 32.50. You want that to break. You don't want it to see it do that. Not good news. If you're wanting to see it go higher, if you're wanting to go lower because you're trying to dollar cost average down, you want to see it do that. You want to see it do this. And down to the best buy zone of between 26 to 28 US dollars. That's what you would want to see, okay? Best buy zone, 28 to 26. That's all you really need to know. That's, again, we're sort of in a holding pattern at the moment. This looks good for a little bit of a pump, actually, I must say. in the next 24 hours. You would want to get over right there. See that? Good, good. I'm glad you can see it too. It's pretty easy. Let's see there. Hit the big red subscribe button to join the GMS family. You get a daily live show to do with gold, silver, platinum, stacking other things, stacking crypto, stacking skills, stacking friends, stacking a community. It's all about stacking, not just silver or gold. Right here. Yeah, 31 final hurdle. Seems to be the thing we need to crack above right there. So please crack and hold above 31 US dollars. And I'd be like, okay, 32.50 probably coming. You would want to break through there, and you've got to break through and hold that, okay, if you want to see higher prices really, really soon. That's silver breaking 29.80. As I said, you'll be heading down to $28 pretty quickly. Yep, platinum has remained above 945 US dollars. It closed a little bit. It spiked below. But yeah, we had a down to the 4-hour time frame on platinum. So platinum is back into my, let me get rid of that, sorry. Platinum is back into my depressed zone for platinum. I did say watch out for, gee, what do you know, 945 US dollars. What is that? Oh, that's the candle, duh. Right here, it spiked below 945, this horizontal blue line. It closed above. Okay, that's cool. We've had a bit of a move, a few days of downward movement. So I'm expecting now probably in platinum, maybe a retest here of the 2008 trend line. I don't want to see this. Okay, very likely coming down to there means coming down to here, the top end of my best buy zone, 900 to 750 US dollars, anywhere in that best buy zone. Maybe the top end could bounce from here, could head down. But if I want to see platinum head higher, I need to see the brush tool. I want to see this move, that to 980 and bounce off there and back out of the cautiously excited zone into the excited zone. Okay, close above here please, would be lovely. Bounce off there. Let's go into my getting really excited area. This is probably not, this isn't happening, by the way. This is just my blue sky thinking. That's what I want to see. Let's just do that. Can we do this? Hey, platinum simulation, can we just do that? That'd be lovely. Thanks. And head to my final hurdle of 1,115. That's not happening. Okay. That's it for platinum. I know it's very busy. We are all the lines and stuff heading down again on the relative strength index. It will bottom at some point on the weekly. Get your final comments, etc. in. Maybe I have a chart request if we have time. Get your chart requests in if you want me to do one. We are trending down on the weekly. Okay, coming down to a supportish kind of level. You wouldn't want to see it break here. Breaks about there. Okay, then heading down, probably very likely down into the best buy zone. Okay. That's platinum. Depressed for it. Depressed. But cautiously optimistic that we head down here, because as I said, if we head into the best buy zone, that's where I'd be very interested in purchasing some platinum. This could very well coincide with the crypto, so the Bitcoin to platinum ratio, which I don't have. I do not have a ratio for, no, I don't have a Bitcoin platinum ratio. I'd be really interested if when the time comes that crypto is quite overvalued to precious metals, I'd be very interested to see what the platinum price is doing. I'll be following the Bitcoin to platinum ratio as well. I might get more into platinum than all silver. I might go half platinum, half silver. I don't know. We'll have to see what the message of the market says. So that's gold, silver, platinum. Do I want to do gold, silver ratio? No, I'm not interested in it right now. No, don't worry about it. Yeah. Final comments, or we might do a chart request. Let me read your comments. Pete Repeat says the two biggest countries in the world, India, China, banned BTC. Any thoughts, peeps? Yeah, until they don't, is probably what I think. I think Trump and Powell are on the same team. Oh, are they? I think Trump is actually closer